Yeah, I see the title, man. Let's get to it.
Nelson escaping Holiday. The lob for Howard. Oh,
That's
man.
tough, Dwight.
That was
Dwight got some. Definitely
Dwight
got some
Howard,
hoops.
if y'all didn't
got the
already know,
Superman. You know what I'm saying? He got some iconic moments in the league, man, that I can remember. You know, my knowledge ain't the best, but it's calm.
was a beast in his heyday. He was one of the few players in NBA history to get drafted straight out of high school, and for good reasons. I mean, back in his senior year, when he played with the Southwest Atlanta Christian Academy, Dwight averaged 25 points, 18 rebounds, 8 blocks, and 3.5 assists, while leading his team to a 31-2 record en route to the state title. Then when he was drafted into the NBA, first
That was
overall back.
Oh, that was 2004. You was drafted in 2004. I thought we just seen a little list thing that said 2003 though. Maybe I just looked at it too fast.
04, he didn't disappoint either. You see, upon entering the league, Dwight immediately helped the Orlando Magic go from a 21-win team to a 36-win team.
Okay.
Then by his third year, he was already selected as an All-Star, an All-NBA player, and from there, he became the best center in the league for over half a decade. His most notable accomplishment came in 2009 when he eliminated MVP LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers in the Eastern Conference Finals. Today, he's not exactly the player he once was, but standing at 6'11" and weighing 265 pounds, he's still a force of nature. And I honestly thought his days in the league were over when he decided to go play overseas last year, until these headlines started popping up everywhere on the internet.
Gotta be somewhere in China or Japan.
Dwight Howard and the Golden State Warriors? Dwight Howard and Stephen Curry? Superman and the Chef? Interesting.
I mean, you know, first thoughts as of right now before the video really gets started. Let me know what y'all think as well. But first thoughts, I feel like Dwight can be a good addition because the Warriors are a very small team, you know, and they don't really have any paint protection, any paint presence. You know what I'm saying? They got a little, Draymond could do a little bit, but, you know, that's not ideal. You know what I'm saying? In today's game, you could get by. You could get by with it a little bit, you know? But as these big men are starting to get more acquainted and more, you know what I'm saying? Start wilding, basically what I'm saying? Like Joel Embiid, you know what I'm saying? Like Jokic, Anthony Davis, you understand? You're going to need a big man down there to really mitigate all that just easy buckets and all these blocks that these opposing teams are getting on y'all. You know what I'm saying? They're just outsizing y'all. So it can be a good help. It just all depends how Steve Kerr incorporates him into the offense, man. Because it can create problems and clog up the paint for Steph, and he can't really drive to the paint no more like he used to. You know, I mean, he could. You know, Steph get tricky. He gonna find it, but it's definitely gonna make it a little harder. Definitely.
Y'all probably know by now, Dwight Howard has spent the last year playing basketball in Taiwan with the T1 League.
Taiwan.
He did really well in his debut season, averaging 23 points, 16 rebounds,
Japan?
and 5 assists per
like
game,
in
en route to earning a host of awards similar to how he started off his NBA career. But unfortunately, his team's performance was dreadful, finishing in 6th place, and if you were wondering how many teams there are in the T1 League, the answer is 6. Everything looked fun for Dwight, though, and it looked like he was all finished with his NBA career.
Damn. Is his team not good? Like, is he on the worst team? You know what I'm saying? Because if he's not on the worst team, you know, and y'all probably don't really know, but if he's not really affecting that team out there like that, we don't really know the context, though. He might be on a very, like, trash team, and he's just the best one out there, and he's just out there hooping. We're going to see what's up.
It was just doing one last hurrah across the world, but then came a problem.
Chinese cheerleaders.
You see, in his first year, he was offered a little over $1 million to play in the league. But in his second year, his team decided to cut his pay by 65%. Dwight felt really disrespected by this and voiced out his feelings. Eventually, the team's CEO was asked about this, and he responded that part of the reason was because Dwight only played 20 out of a total 30 games due to injuries, and that actually,
that's still more than.
There's actually a lot of
that's
bonus.
That's still about 66%, so he probably should have cut out 33% of his bread. You understand? It actually is 66% 66.6. I don't want to get into more. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Come on,
like
bro.
a winning bonus, losing bonus, etc., etc.,
Should never
which
took
is
away
combined
65
with a
is
fixed
crazy.
base salary, and that as long as Dwight can play seriously and
He
play
said, nah, he only played 66% of the game. Nah, we taking 65% of your bread. nigga.
hard, that his
That's
wage wouldn't be
crazy.
any
I'd have been
lower than the
tight, too.
previous year,
My fault. Let me go back.
etc.,
Gain
which
this
is
information.
combined with a fixed base salary, and that as long as Dwight can play seriously and play hard, that his wage wouldn't be any lower than the previous year. Dwight didn't like this one bit, probably because in the NBA, everyone gets paid whether they play or they sit. If you ask
Guaranteed
me,
bread.
however, this new payment plan
Yeah,
might not be such a bad
that's-
idea in the NBA,
that's
considering
tough.
what some players are doing these days.
And you see, and we seen a video about load management. You know what I'm saying? Load management. They trying to get it out of there anyway. So, yeah, they're taking.
But regardless, Dwight's
positive
trying to
steps
get back
it out
into
of
the
there.
league now. But before
I
we
agree
go
with
over
that.
his possible fit with the Golden State Warriors, there's another important question we need to ask ourselves.
I don't know what you talking about. Oh, nah, yeah, that's a fact.
As of today, Dwight
That's a
Howard is
fact.
37.
Because I'm thinking like that's the only thing that's in my mind. Like, is he NBA ready still? Is he NBA ready to be in the NBA as a big man still, bro? Basically, I'm trying to like, I don't know. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they will cut somebody's pay that's really going crazy in those 20 games by 65%. I don't think they're gonna cut somebody's pay that's really 15 and 11. 58% shooting, 56%. Meaning, that's calm. In the A, that's probably going to be a little less. Way less, actually. You know what I'm saying? Probably like 8. You know what I'm saying? 8 points. You know what I'm saying? Like 7 rebounds, 0.7 assists, 55% shooting. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna get into everything else. That's but like I don't know, bro. I don't know. He might have a little effect just because the presence in the paint. You know, just being a bigger guy that the Warriors really need. You know what I'm saying? So
7 years
maybe.
old, but
we gonna see though.
if you watch his highlights online, he doesn't look 37 years old.
Let me know how y'all
I mean,
feel
he
in the
looks
comments,
really
man.
fit at the moment, like Miami Heat 8% body fat level fit. Then, being 6'11" and 265 pounds of pure muscle, although he doesn't have the hops he used to have, he's still a bulldozer in the paint. I mean, in his debut game in Taiwan just about a year ago, the man put up 38 points, 25 rebounds, 9 assists, 4 blocks, while hitting 2 trays.
Tough.
I know it was just the Taiwanese league where the average player is 6'2" instead of 6'7" like in the NBA, but still, that tells me that he's
Okay. That the average player being 6'2" changed a whole lot. He probably gonna average like 6 points in the A. You understand? Like, cause if you're 8 inches taller than the average player, you know, and you only doing that. It's not like you put up MVP numbers out there. You understand? So you putting up role playing numbers out there still. So.
still at least as good as he was when he helped the Lakers win a championship during the
Or
2020
second or
bubble.
third option number.
Then the cherry on top is
You know what I'm
he
saying? I'm not
only
gonna say
played
second.
in 20
Second is
games
crazy.
throughout the past year, so his body
Fourth or
should be as
third.
fresh as ever.
In this,
You know, one of the biggest negatives that
League
teams
today.
have on Dwight is his locker room presence, that he negatively affects the players.
I think he's disliked by a lot of the players now. They're starting to dislike him a lot because what Dwight does is, you know, you see all the smiles and all the antics. That is getting on the people's nerve. That's getting on players' nerve.
Then when he went to play with the Hornets back in 2018, one of the worst franchises in league history, the reports say that even they did not like him. The only reason is those reports were back when Dwight was a bit younger, and I feel that it's only his past reputation that's holding him back now, not the person he is today. I mean, I know when he went to play with the Lakers that he wasn't a star anymore, but the man definitely contributed a lot that season, and when I closely followed what happened in the bubble, Dwight appeared like he matured a lot and was actually adding to team chemistry instead of taking
Facts.
away from it.
Nah,
Like,
facts.
in addition to coming in and doing their job,
matured.
I still
He
remember
matured.
Dwight Howard and JaVale McGee
I mean,
being the energy guys on the bench, which
yeah,
is a
that's
quality
energy,
that
you know what I'm
every
saying? It's just ironic how I say he matured and he doing some funny shit, but yeah, bro, he definitely matured in the sense of being more being able to be around people now. You know what I'm saying? Like people not
Championship
disliking
team
him.
needs. And you know what else championship
Understand.
teams need? A stretch five. Like, believe it or not, Dwight Howard actually participated in Taiwan's three-point shooting competition, and, well, in this three-point contest, he already made more threes than Ben Simmons had in his whole career. All jokes aside, for 10 to 15 minutes a game at a veteran's minimum salary, Dwight Howard would be huge for any teams with championship aspirations. And that leads me to the next big point. So, it's not a secret that in order for the Warriors to get out of the West, they gotta go through the Nuggets. And so far on the Warriors team, they don't really have a big body that can bother or slow down Nikola Jokic. But evidently, from the 2020 Lakers versus Nuggets matchup, Dwight can.
Into our broadcast here.
Howard knocks it out of Jokic's
So like,
hand.
yeah, it's more so team defense though, bro. Like, yeah, Dwight is. This was sort of a narrative before, bro. Like, yeah, Dwight played some good defense, but like you see right here,
Howard knocks it out
Caruso
of
is
Jokic's hand.
fake coming over, helping him. You know, it's more so team defense.
It's not just Jokic either. If Dwight can play a reserve role with the Warriors and just give 10 to 15 minutes per game while defending against opposing team centers, this would patch up a huge hole in Golden State. I mean, having someone who stands 6'11" and weighs 265 pounds, who's still decently athletic, who gives it his all on limited minutes per game is pretty much exactly the type of player Steph Curry and the gang
Is he
need.
gonna give it his all though? He only played 20 games in Taiwan. Is he gonna give it his all though, gang? Like, I don't know, bro.
As of the moment, per reports, Steve Kerr doesn't deny Howard's ability. Instead, what the Warriors are most interested in is the former #1 pick's mindset, acceptance of a role, and desire to be a good vet for the young guys. It's clear at this point that the one thing the Warriors are trying to avoid at all costs is a repeat of last year where big personalities clashed and created a rift in the locker room. And evidently, if Dwight could make a positive impact in the locker room, his presence will be immensely beneficial for Steve Kerr and the Warriors.
Nah,
I mean,
facts.
Golden State will become the Monstars again with Chris Paul, Steph, Clay, Draymond,
I forgot they had CP3.
Wiggins, and now Dwight? Sheesh.
Yeah, I don't like. You have to. For me, you have to take out. You have to not start either Draymond or Wiggins, bro, because I would want Dwight in the starting lineup just for that height, bro. Well, I mean, it's been working. It's been working playing with Draymond at the 5, right? They've been playing with Draymond at the 5, correct? So I don't know. We're gonna see though. I'm about to end it off right here, y'all. Bro, just talking really. You know what I'm saying? Giving his opinion. You know what I'm saying? If y'all enjoyed, you know what to do. Click on the last reaction. Shout out to my boy Psychem Savage for joining the channel membership. If you want to join, click on that join button down below. I will do any recommendations from our channel members, you know what I'm saying, ASAP, immediately. Share the video with your people. I think I already said that. Subscribe, and I'm out of here, man.